shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go. So glow.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a sweet. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you will put in. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to the Reese T Bills Mafia Tailgate Talk. I'm your host, Tommy, and normally I am with Aramis, but I don't know, dude is like MIA, man, MIA right now. So I have no idea where King Aramis is, but the show must go on. So what up, guys, man? How y'all feeling today, man? Happy Sunday to all of y'all. Hope y'all had a happy New Year's and obviously a good Christmas, man. Let's get to some of your guys' comments right away, right quick. Scott Blakely, boo-hoo with the crying emoji. Scott Blakely says, fuck that stadium. Fuck the Ralph. Fuck the Rich. Fuck Highmark. Look, I think some fans could give two shits, like Scott Blakely. I'm on the other side. Look, man, fan how you want to fan, think how you want to. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be upset if you guys could give two shits about the old stadium, about us moving to a new stadium. Look, I'm super excited about going to a new stadium, for no doubt about it. Like, I cannot wait till next year, see that new stadium. It's just gonna be awesome. But look, man, I watched this team for many, many years, since 1989, man, and there's a lot of awesome memories, a lot of sad memories, a lot of bad memories coming from that stadium, but look, man, like, especially for the people that live in Buffalo that attended many, many home games, it's meaningful. It is, some maybe not, but to others it is. So I'm not going to knock those people that are not upset, but are feeling a certain kind of way because this is the last regular season game at the Ralph, at the Rich, and there's memories there, man. I mean, just memories in general, just with your family and maybe your son or your daughter taking your kids to the game. Like obviously I didn't get to do that, but for those that did, it's not just about the memory of the game. Maybe it's something about with your family, or just like, maybe somebody passed away that you had, that your father, your parents, your grandfather, or whatever. Like, so there's more to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to knock people or laugh at people or shit on people for feeling a certain kind of way about this being the last regular season game at the Ralph, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean, Scott? Like, I'm not knocking you for not giving two shits. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Not everyone is going to have a feeling one way or the other. So, but I'm just letting you know where I see things. You know what I mean? When it comes to this being the last regular season home game ever at Ralph Wilson Stadium at the Rich. So, yeah, I'd take something from it, man, for sure. A lot of unbelievable stuff happened there for me watching. And I was lucky enough to attend the game in 2018 to see Josh Allen as a rookie. Bills fan 1970, what's going on, brother? Are we resting the starting lineup? And I did answer your question, and yes, for the most part, most we will rest. Those that will play probably will see very limited time. Very limited time. So yeah, like I just, don't expect to see a lot of starters out there for a long period of time. It just doesn't. Listen, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. We're not risking injury heading into the playoffs, right? Like we already got a lot of guys out, or guys, like Ed Oliver, pretty much he won't be back, guys. You know what I mean? So we need all hands on deck, right? Not worth it week 18 when we already punched our ticket. Go Bills. Damn right, go Bills, man. What's going on? What's going on, Bob, man? Let's see here. Joey in the house. Here we go, boys. Let's go Buffalo. Yep, game time 4:25 against those New Jersey Jets, baby. I will be live. I'm live streaming the watch party or watch along, whatever you want to call it. You guys know I don't do it often. But you know what? This is a really cool game, in my opinion. It's week 18. It's kind of a, it's not a big deal as far as like if we win or lose, right? So, and like I said, it's a pretty cool game as far as this being the last game there, regular season game that is. And we are wearing our red helmets. Finally, right? Our red helmets. Matter of fact, I got one back there. Right there. I don't know if y'all see it. Right there. Thurman Thomas autograph. Buffalo Bills red mini helmet. Man, those helmets look sick, by the way. There was a video that they put out of the Bills players just like, commenting about the red helmets, and man, they look sick, man. They really do. I don't know why they just don't make it just bring them back like full time. Like one game, like come on, man. Like what is the big deal? Like I don't even understand what the holdup is. Like give the fans what they want, right? And not only that, get the players what they want. The players dig them, right? So what's the problem here? Apparently Aramis is just not coming on today. So I apologize. There is a poll up. Pick Aramis's box. We'll see if he comes on or not. But that poll might be, I guess, pointless. I text him. He didn't respond, so I don't know where he's at, man. He could be under the weather. He could be tied up in traffic. I have no idea. But the show must go on, so I am riding solo today. It looks like I'm going to be riding solo without my boy King Aramis today. So sucks, man. He's always a bright spot to the pregame show. Obviously, he's my co-host of the show and makes things go. But today, I don't know. I really don't know. I hope everything's all right. You know what I mean? Because normally, my guy, man, he responds back right away. And man, no response. So I don't know. Weird. What up, Robert? Good afternoon, Tommy, man. How you doing, Robert, man? Thank you for rocking with me. And I will be here for the whole game and post-game. There is 2 separate links, by the way. So once this pregame show is finished around 4:15, 4:15, I'll be going live about 4:20 on the show. For the game. So you'll want to go over there. It's already scheduled. You guys will see it. And best thing to do really is obviously hit the notification bell. Notification bell will tell you anytime that we are live here on the Mafia Sports Report. Anyone else rooting for the Colts? Yeah, but the Colts aren't going to win, man. Speaking of around the league, let's go ahead and get around the league real quick. Scoreboards. Falcons up at the half, 10-7 over the Saints. Browns have 2 defensive touchdowns. They are up 14-12. The Bengals did miss an extra point in that game, and then they went for it on 2-point conversion and failed. So they have 2 touchdowns but only 12 points to show for it for now. We'll see what happens in the second half. It's a meaningless game, but the Bengals should win. But 2 defensive touchdowns by the Browns is pretty crazy. Vikings up 13-0 over the Packers. They were favored in that game. Packers with a lot of injuries there at the half. And I think the Packers are doomed in the playoffs. I just can't see them doing anything with all the injuries piling up. And their offense is just really bad, this year. I don't trust their offense at all. The Giants are up 16-10 at half over the Cowboys. The Jaguars, boy, have they pulled away. The Titans were up in this game 7-0, right? Jaguars started off terrible, and then they just poured on 31 consecutive points. They are up 31-7 right now at the half. They are just absolutely trashing them. I would assume they're going to probably start pulling their starters at some point in this second half. Texans are up 20-17, but they are driving right now with 6 seconds to go before the half. They are at the Colts 17-yard line. More than likely here, they're setting up for a field goal with 6 seconds left. It is 4th and 4 at the Colts 11. So let's stick around for this field goal attempt because more than likely that's what's going to happen here, and I'll let you know if the field goal is made. But they are up only 3 right now. The Colts have nothing to lose, so they're throwing out all the stops in this game. They actually did a fake punt. They converted a first down on a fake punt, which was crazy. But what do they have to lose, right? They're trying to play spoiler, right? And that's, hey, those kind of teams can be dangerous at times. They can kind of derail what you're trying to do. So, yeah, man, and that's kind of what we were hoping for as far as the Dolphins and the Patriots go. But we ruined that by losing to the Eagles last week. The field goal is good, by the way, for Houston. They are up 23-17, and they are going into the half. So that is it for Around the League right now, guys. Let me get back to some of your guys' comments, and I apologize if I am behind. Normally, Mikey is doing this, but today I will be doing this. By the way, Mikey said he may join me today at some point during the game, just to pop in, say what's up to y'all, say what's up to me. But we'll see. We'll see how Mikey's feeling. Mikey, he's not a big fan of doing the live stream during the game. But we'll see. Sandra King, what up, Tommy? What up, Sandra? How you doing? Man, I'm worried about my boy. I'm worried about Aramis, man. What's up, Aramis? If you hear me out there in podcast land, man, let your boy know what's going on, bro. I mean, Keys, are you listening? Keys, are you happy? Keys, are you happening to be listening to the podcast right now, man? Hit me up, man. Hit your boy up, man. Let me know what's going on with Aramis, man, because dude did not reply to any of my texts, and that is not like him. So, man, oh man, I gotta worry about my brother now. What's going on with that? By the way, that's a sexy jersey you got there. Damn right. Oh, man. Eric motherfucking Moles, man. Favorite Buffalo Bill player of all time. I'll say Bruce Smith is probably second. Josh Allen probably third. I don't know. Josh Allen actually might be second. It's a close race between Bruce and Josh. I got to be honest with you, man. Bruce is such a dog. But Eric Moles, man, golly, he was so good. He was so good, and he just happened to be in the wrong time, in the wrong era of Buffalo Bills football, man. Because unfortunately for him, he just didn't have a good quarterback, and then he had seven of them, seven quarterbacks, 3 different head coaches, and multiple OCs, and I think he also went through 2 GMs. So all that change, all that turnaround, man, he still pretty much got 10,000 yards. I mean, he was 5 yards short throughout his career of 10,000. That's wild, huh? Let's see here. Sandra, I'm with you. That's right. That stadium could kiss my ass. So, Jance from Buffalo, Jarek. If y'all don't know, check out his page. He is a big-time Buffalo Bills fan and Alabama. Sorry about your Alabama football team, but Jarek, what's up, man? Let me do this for you real quick. oh shit, it's all about the U. Man, shout out to the Hurricanes, man. They are taking care of business right now in the playoffs. And it's really about their offensive line and defensive line, man. They are winning in the trenches. Ruben Bain is an absolute dog. If y'all don't know about him, y'all better go find out, because he's going to be a top 5 draft pick next year. He's an edge, and he is a damn good edge. His skill set is a lot like Von Miller, and he's just relentless. He is relentless. But yeah, I would say our only, not even concern, but my only, the one guy that needs to just be chill here through the playoffs and not make any mistakes is Carson Beck, which is our quarterback. He's a game manager. Listen, they don't expect a lot from him. Just, give us a few plays here and there when we need you to. Other than that, man, don't turn the ball over. Let your playmakers do everything else. When he plays like that, we usually win games. So we'll see what happens. We got a tough game coming up this Thursday. And we'll see what happens, man. We got one more game, and if we win that, then we're on to the national championship. So, but Ole Miss, man, Ole Miss shocking Georgia. I don't think anyone saw that coming either. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, right now, man, I'm excited about my Canes, man. I'm bringing out my red helmet tonight, yes sir. Broken cup holder, standing for 40 minutes to use the bathroom. Concessions were terrible. And listen, Jared, I get it. Like, I'm not saying, I know you weren't here when I started out the podcast here, like today. I was just saying, forget the stadium. Forget, I get it. I've been there too. It's not the, it wasn't the, best as far as bathrooms and concessions and just seating was shitty. Like, I get that. However, it's about the memories, right? About bringing your family, maybe your kid, maybe your grandparents, maybe your father, whatever. Just the times that you went there, the games that you remember. Like, I'm pretty sure, Jarek, you went to the Baltimore game. Stuff like that will always be a memory, with you. It'll stay with you. It's not about the stadium. You're not going to remember how shitty this, you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to be part of that memory. And a lot of, like I said, too, there's a lot of history as far as games go, and good, bad, ugly, heartbreak, all that stuff. And then, like I said before, just, I think it's more about memories, right? Like I said, some people might have gone there with their grandpa when they were a kid, and their grandpa's no longer with them, and it's a meaningful, right? So that's where I'm getting at. It's not so much about the stadium. Who gives a fuck about the stadium? I'm with you, right? I can't wait for the new stadium, but yeah, memories. I get that, and unfortunately, I'm not from Buffalo. I got some family in Rochester. I only went to the game. I only went to Buffalo once, as far as going to a game. But trust me, if I lived there, I would have definitely gone to a few. I'm not a guy that likes to go to games per se, especially when I got my older years. Though I am more of a homebody. I like to stay at home and watch the games. I like to feel real comfortable on my lazy boy and kick back. But yeah, man, if I was a kid, for sure, I would have went with my fam, and I would have had a lot of memories. But I have memories stored up here. Memories stored up here as a kid watching the Buffalo Bills play at the Ralph at the Rich that I'll never forget. Especially, like I said, the one game that always comes back to mind is obviously the comeback against the Houston Oilers. I just remember where I was at the exact moment, sitting on a couch, not getting up, sad, for most of the game, upset, right? I was a kid, right? Like, my team's getting demolished here, but I refused to leave the couch. I got my mom's boyfriend heckling me. He was a Dolphins fan. He was loving every minute of us getting our ass whooped and talking all that shit. He left. He went and did whatever the fuck he went and did. And then I stuck with it, and he winds up coming back late in the game. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? Right? Whoa, what happened? Right? What's good? As the Bills are taking the lead. And I'm just like, bro, it felt so good. It felt so good. It's I don't know. It was great. It was a great moment for me, man. It just felt so good. I felt like I was there, man. But in all, I won a championship in that stadium and saw my mom's hometown team win their first title. See, so I'm talking about, Jarek. Like, memories. You got something to take from that, stadium being there. You had some stuff, especially you from being Buffalo, from being, that you live in Buffalo and you've been to that stadium probably a gangload of times, man. You definitely have some memories, for sure. See here, Buff, San Fran looked good with black helmets. Yeah, well, guess what? They also got fucking whooped up on by Seattle. Seattle goes in as a number 1 NFC team. That was a shit performance, by the way, by San Francisco at home. I thought San Francisco would win that game, man. So I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore about like teams right now in the NFL. Like every time, we're talking about a team getting hot or playing really, really good football. Remember when we were talking about the Cowboys for one quick minute about how the Cowboys were playing, flawless and unbelievable football. They had that little stretch and people were like, oh, watch out for Dallas. Watch out for Dallas. Bye-bye, Dallas. See ya. Everybody talking about the Rams, and I still like the Rams, but the Rams have not played well down the stretch. You know what I mean? Remember Tampa? Remember the Bucks early on? I remember going to listening down here in Detroit to the radio station. They would do their rankings at the end of this podcast I used to listen to on the radio, and they had Tampa number 1, and not just them. A lot of national media had the Bucks at one point as the best team in football. And boy, oh boy, did that change. So this is a weird season, man. I mean, Chiefs not in the playoffs. It's crazy. Hey, Mikey in the house. Mikey, my co-host, also known as the Apex Man. You got to change your handle, man. Apex 0017. You should put at the Apex Man. The Apex Man. Right? You could change that. Come on, man. Come on, Mikey. 420 sounds about right. Oh, you're laughing at me, huh? 420. Real funny. Of course somebody would say that from California. All right, Tommy. Robert coming in. Tommy, after listening to the podcasters and TV broadcasters this week, all the Bills have to do is cut or trade Josh, and we'll fix all the Bills' challenges as Cook and the defense will carry the Bills. Yeah, well, they're I don't know who the hell. I don't know. Listen, that's crazy. That's wild talk. I don't know who. I haven't heard that. I've heard a lot of Josh Allen slander this year. I'm not going to lie, which is wild to me. I mean, considering we want to even be a playoff team without number 17 through these years. Like, forget about it, guys. Come on now. Let's be real here, right? Like, Josh is everything to this team. The fact that people criticize him the way they do, like to the extreme. I'm not saying you can't criticize Josh Allen or point out things that he's that he's done wrong in the course of the season or in games. Like, of course, what we do here on this podcast is we try to keep it 100, right? We keep it, down the middle, man. We'll call out everybody, right? If we didn't like what you did there, we're going to let you know. Now, not everybody will agree with that, right? Some people will say, oh, you're not criticizing them enough, or you shouldn't be criticizing them at all. Like, so listen, in the podcast game, it's a lose-lose. It is what it is, because you know why? It's opinion-based, right? But I think that's a crazy take. Now, look, they have their opinions. They can, like I said, it is what it is. If they feel that way, I just don't. I don't. And I feel it's wild to say, considering how long the Buffalo Bills took to find a quarterback after Jim Kelly. And we've had star players here. We've had star running backs here. Okay, look, I like James Cook. I do. But, guys, we've had unbelievable running backs here that, for me, are just as good as James Cook. I mean, for me. Y'all could say different, whatever y'all want to feel. But we've had some really good running backs here. Marshawn Lynch, Travis Henry, Fred Jackson was pretty good, man. I'm not saying he's as good as James Cook, but those other two I just mentioned are Shady McCoy. Come on. Guys, we've had our fair list of running backs. Where did that get us? We've also had pretty good defenses at some points. Where did that get us? Why? Because we didn't have a quarterback, right? We never did. It took us years to find one. Years. Okay? And that changed everything for the Buffalo Bills. So, no, I don't buy into we could be all right with James Cook. Like just James Cook. And, no, get out of here. Go see what Tampa's doing with Baker Mayfield. And no offense to Baker Mayfield. Good quarterback. But look, I mean, they're a struggling team. And they got good running back. They got receivers. Baker Mayfield's good. But he ain't no Josh Allen. Right? I mean, you guys see what I'm talking about, right? Come on, man. It's crazy talk. I mean, I would love to debate these guys. Like, I would love to go on their shows and just kind of have them back and forth. Like, I really would. And I've had that with Dan. You guys know I'm on with Dan Mitchell one day a week. I go on the day after the Bills game. And I love Dan Mitchell. Dan's a cool dude, man. And like I said, I'll respect everybody's opinion. We all have them. We all, especially as podcasters, we all have different takes. We all see the game a little bit differently, and that's okay. I respect that. But I'm also going to, I won't just agree with it either. I like to see why they feel that way or why their opinion is so strongly about that. I mean, look, me and Mikey, we disagree a lot. Probably way more than we agree, that for sure. We've gotten a little bit better not better, but I would say we agree a little bit more through the years on some certain subjects. But for the most part, yeah, we don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But that's okay. That's what makes it fun, right? So, but man, I would love it. The fake punt was awesome. Talking about by the Colts, yeah, man. That, by the way, that punter for the Colts, that was a great throw. He put it right on that receiver. Mikey coming in. Not all stops. They started Riley Leonard, Rivera, and Street Clothes. All right. Leonard looks good for me as for a rookie. Randy coming in. What's up, Randy? How you doing, brother? In all fairness, though, Titans starting quarterback was injured. He was. He got banged. I think he got a concussion, banged up on this first drive. And that's my dude, man. Cam Ward from the U. Once he went out, that was a wrap. But I don't think they would have won that game anyways, though. To be honest with you, Titans are just a bad team, man. But you're right. I mean, obviously that did change the course of the game, and it went all downhill from there for the Titans. But I don't think the Titans win that game anyways. But anyways, Bills will get blasted knowing McD's record if they come to Jacksonville. If Bills go one and done, McD is done. Randy, I disagree, man. So we talked about it on Friday Night Lights. The Bills put out a farewell video to obviously Highmark Stadium, Ralph Wilson, Rich Stadium. And on the thumbnail that the Bills made is Terry Bagula, Jim Kelly, Sean McDermott, Josh Allen, and Chris Berman. There's no Marv Levy, right? And there's no Ralph Wilson, which is wild to me that you leave out, the guy that made the franchise, right? That brought a football team to Buffalo, and Ralph Wilson, right? Kept it here, right? Got the stadium done, the initial stadium, Ralph Wilson Stadium, Rich Stadium. And then Marv Levy, the guy that got you to 4 straight Super Bowls, you don't have him on the thumbnail, but you have Sean McDermott, which is fine, whatever, but why not Marv Levy then? Why is Chris Berman there? What the fuck is Chris Berman doing on this fucking thumbnail? It drives me nuts. But I guess my point where I'm going with this, Randy, is once again, when we talk about Sean McDermott and him going, getting potentially fired if the Bill. Listen, man, I go back to, and I've been saying this since the start of the season, I go back to the photos that they have of the new stadium where they have the Bagulas, they have Sean McDermott, they got Brandon Beane, and I think a couple other people, and they all have their gold shovels, right? you know, that classic picture. They all everyone does this when they're opening up a new stadium. It's the construction thing. Listen, man, that photo is not Back to the Future. Right? Y'all remember Back to the Future and the pictures kind of erase like they were never existed, right? Remember that? He had to get back in time so, you know, his family existed. Listen, Sean McDermott's not going anywhere, right? That photo, matter of fact, that photo, I promise you, will wind up being somewhere in the new stadium. You know how they have like big jumbo photos when you walk through hallways or some shit? I promise you, that photo of Bean, McDermott, Bagula, that will be somewhere in the stadium, at least somewhere like in a hallway or something like that. That's one. Two, now with this new photo of McDermott, and then also if you watch the video, half of the video, the second half, is about Sean McDermott and the new team, the Buffalo Bills. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, right? Terry Bagula has no plans on getting rid of Sean McDermott. And like I said, I went on record, and I'll stick with it. They are going to extend Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott's contract ends at the end of the 2027 season, right? It's 2 years away, right? 2 seasons. That's it. 2 seasons, McDermott's contract ends. Promise you, at the end of 2026, or even in the middle of the 2026 season, somewhere around there, him and Brandon Beane more than likely will get an extension. For sure, Sean McDermott. For sure. So, for as much as we would like to see a change, especially if the Bills don't get it done this season, it's not going to happen. Simply not going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it won't. But, hey, look, it is what it is. We're in the now, and what we're going to hope for is that the Bills take care of business and Josh Allen wins us the championship, in spite of Sean McDermott. I mean, that's really all that we can hope for, right? That's it. As fans. We can sit here, we can bitch and bitch and bitch. I can make videos about why they should fire Sean McDermott, especially if the Bills don't win it again this season. But what is that going to do? What is that going to do? You think Terry Bagula really gives a shit about what Tommy and Mikey think from Mafia Sports Report? You think they care about what Aramis and Keys thinks over at Post Podium Podcast? Of course not. They could give two shits. Yeah, so Aramis just texted me. He's all right. So basically last minute, celebrating their son's birthday. All right, so yeah, so no Aramis today, but I'm glad he's all right, man. So shout out to Aramis' son. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to Aramis' son. So yeah, he won't be joining us today, which we kind of figured that. Devin Singletary just threw a touchdown. Motor, baby. All right, Motor Singletary with a passing touchdown. Good stuff, Motor. All right, so Motor got that touchdown. Let's get to some more. What would Molds get paid today? Damn, great question, man. Look, man, if Molds was on our team, the thing is, without Joe Brady, right? Which coordinator are we talking about? With Dable, who actually schemes things up for receivers and lets Allen be Allen and throw the ball and pass 10 yards. If it was him, shit, man, Eric Molds would be our one. There's no doubt in my mind at all. Golly, dude. I don't know. He'd be up there. I got to say, Moles more than likely would be a top 5 receiver in the NFL right now. So he'd be getting top 5 money. I'm being honest with you guys. Allen and Moles, bro, that would be deadly. Like, for me, Moles is better than Diggs. He is. Now, people could debate me on that, and that's fine. But I think Moles was faster, more physical, better hands, in my opinion. Just as good as a route runner. Separation was insane. The dude was sick, man. Still holds the NFL record for the most yards in a playoff game. I think it was 220 or 210, something like that. I got to go back and look. But against the Dolphins in 1999. Guy was sick, man. How much would Bruce get paid today? Bruce Smith would be Myles Garrett paid. Bruce Smith was one of a kind, dude. Bruce Smith's sack record will never, ever be broken, Robert, ever. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care, when people do numbers, they're like, oh, he's on pace to do this. He's on pace to do that. Bro, he's on pace, but that pace will slow down or stop midway through their career because football is brutal. And most guys do not make it very long without getting a big-time injury or multiple injuries. Or they decide to retire early because they're about to get paid doing something else like podcasting or doing, getting hired by a network. Like, guys are retiring earlier now, right? They're not trying to wreck their body anymore. It's just not worth it to them. And that record is it's one of those records that you have to, one, stay healthy throughout in a long, I'm talking about 10 years at least, and consistent. Maybe long, what am I talking about, 10 years? 15 to 20, right? And be consistent with your numbers. I just don't see it happening. Molds will get 30 plus a year. Yeah. Bruce Smith will get Garrett money. Absolutely, Mikey. That's what I'm saying. He would get Garrett money. There's no doubt about it. Concessions were about, I remember going there. It wasn't the best stadium in the world as far as seating and concessions but look, man, I didn't go there to, I didn't expect to be wowed by the concession stands when I went to the Bills game. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense. Now, with the new stadium, of course, you expect the new stadium to be much nicer, right? Seating and concessions and bathrooms and just the overall look and feel to the stadium. Like, you expect that, right? So, with an older stadium, though, guys, like, yeah. And I've been to some old stadiums that were just as junky inside. So, you think the Bills Stadium's the only one? Like, their stadium's literally falling apart. Look at Washington. Remember, their stadium was like pouring water, like, sewage at one point. The Oakland Athletic Stadium was a piece of shit, and that's why they moved. Like, there's a ton of stadiums that were outdated, just getting beat up. So, ours wasn't too bad. Let's see here. I'm a little bit late on the chat. Is Josh Allen and the rest of the first team sitting out this game? So, yeah, there's going to be probably a lot of guys sitting in this game. There'll be some starters that start. I think Josh will start the game, but I think he'll more than likely hand the ball off and exit the game early. I would be shocked if he stays in the game for a quarter even. Right? Maybe he stays in for a series. It's possible, but he's not going to be in there long, and neither is most of the starters. They will be taking starters out pretty quickly in this game. Matthew Judon, by the way, got called up. So you guys know Matthew Judon obviously is going to play, which is smart. They're going to see what they got in him because I think he's going to be useful in the playoffs, in my opinion. So we'll see. I was a season ticket holder at the Ralph during the Super Bowl runs all the way up until Rob Johnson, Doug Flutie debacle in 1999. Yeah, dude, I was so mad at that, about that whole bullshit that they pulled. And I love Ralph Wilson and everything, shout out, rest in peace, Ralph Wilson. But, but they made a huge mistake by forcing, Phillips' hand and starting Rob Johnson in that playoff game. Doug Flutie, not saying Doug Flutie was this unbelievable, awesome quarterback, but the team, he just gave something different than Rob Johnson. Rob Johnson wasn't very good. The team I would say the teammates trusted more in Doug Flutie. They rallied more around Doug Flutie. Doug Flutie also gave, he was mobile, gave a different look to defenses. Rob Johnson wasn't that mobile, right? And Flutie was just different. He was the X factor, right? Like, you just never knew. And he had a decent arm for a short quarterback, right? So, yeah. I mean, I was pissed off, man. I was definitely pissed off at the team for that. And then, of course, we lose that game. It was upsetting. It really was, man. I was pissed as a Bills fan. How did you watch the comeback game on TV when it was blacked out in Rochester as well? I believe. I did watch it. I watched it in South Florida at the time. It was on. It wasn't blacked out in my area, so not that I remember. So I don't know what you're talking about in mine. So, but if it was rocked out there, I have no idea why it was blacked out there. Deion false start. Dawkins and Cooks were at the WWE this Friday SmackDown. Yeah. Tommy, what are the top 3 things you want to see today against the Jets? And then also, too, by the way, too, I know they had it on the radio as well, but mine was on the TV, so I do recall that. So I don't know. I have no idea. A part of my soul dies today. I grew up in the stadium. It was my church. Yes. Joe Cribbs. O.J. Simpson. Golly, OJ was so damn good. How did you feel since the last game at the stadium? Oh, how do you feel since? It's cool, man. It's just not upset or anything, but pretty. It's gonna be pretty cool, man. I do like that they're bringing back the red helmets for Week 18, and that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, cutting Josh joke. Look at the Jaguars, Patriots, Seahawks have done with your young coaches and offense. Yeah, exactly. Forever, how long stars play today? That better be so start. We should be vibe. Yeah. I got you, Steve. They better be. Yeah. Look, man. They better beat. They better beat the Jets, man. The Jets also don't have a lot of starters playing. Breece Hall isn't playing in this game. Like, there's no excuse why the Bills shouldn't win, even with the backups in. Like, even with Trubisky. Leonard touchdown. Yeah, so let's get to some of your the scores around the league real quick. Let me get to that. Give me 1 second. Why is I don't know. Good question. I have no idea. Moses is way better than Diggs and played before the rule change. Yeah. Yep. Inactives are posted. Okay. I'm trying, buddy. I can only do so much, Mikey. You're not here, so. Well, defense resting vets. I want it. Rest Deion Dawkins. Dude took many plays off and should be well rested. Yeah, I'm keeping them all. So let's see on. I'm not that behind, brother, to be honest with you. Inactives are posted. I saw that. Tommy is way behind. Yep, saw that too. I'm shocked that Keon Coleman is active. I'm not. They're going to rest most of the stars. Now, I think I would be more shocked if Keon Coleman is active in the playoffs. Though I would make him active, especially over Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer hasn't done shit. Not that Keon Coleman has, but I'd rather have, look, if you're going to have, if we're going to be this running team and you want to play this physical brand of football, then you need to have physical receivers out there. Palmer's not a physical receiver, right? And he hasn't done anything anyways on the receiving game. So you might as well have Keon Coleman out there blocking. At least how I see it, right? Shout out to my uncle Rod and Scooby. Bills forever. Season ticket holder for life, no longer with us. Oh, damn. Forever sitting in Rich Ralphison. See, there we go, man. That's what I'm talking about, Mike, man. Memories, man. Like, that stuff you always have, man. Jags went from 4-13 to 13-4 in 1 year. Coaching is important. Randy, absolutely is. Absolutely. Look at the New England Patriots. I tell people that all the time. Not only coaching staff too, like who you bring along with you, right? That's why when these coaches get hired, man, most of the time they want to, they're going to go out and get their own guys. They very rarely do they keep any guys from the previous coaching staff, right? A lot of those guys are gone, right? They want to bring their own coaching staff to mix in with, how they see the team, right? Like what their vision is. They got to be on the same page. So yeah. Let's see here. There was here. My first memory of the Bill Stadium was when we were walking up to it for the first time, and I didn't understand why I could only see one level from the outside. Inside the lower level was underground. Yeah, I like I said, I only got one opportunity to go. 2018. I had great seats though. and I enjoyed it. Like I said, because Josh rookie year, it wasn't even packed. Like the stadium was not that busy. We were a bad team then. It was late. It was against the Lions. It was like, I don't know, sometime December, I think. It was really shitty weather out, rainy, snowing kind of. But I had a blast. I really had a blast, man. And obviously tailgating was pretty cool and fun, and it was a good experience for sure. All right, here comes the inactives. Thanks to Sophie. I appreciate you bringing the inactives right now. See here, it's 3:10. The Bills game starts in about an hour. All right, here goes the inactives. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks, Gregory Rousseau, Deion Dawkins, Dalton Kincaid, Daquan Jones, Jordan Poyer, Terrell Bernard, and Joey Bosa. Really, honestly, no surprise there. No surprise. Brandon Cooks, look, man, as of right now, he might be our best option outside of Khalil Shakir in our receiving room. Probably is, right? You don't want to get him banged up. Gregory Rousseau, I get it. He's right. You want to keep him healthy. Deion Dawkins, obviously, you don't want him going down for any reason. Kincaid clearly has been, kind of dealing with stuff this year. Anyways, you definitely don't want him getting hurt in this game, considering he is our best receiving option for Josh Allen right now. Daquan Jones, whatever. I could care less about Daquan Jones. I know he's been up and down this year as far as his play, but okay. Jordan Poyer, fine. A vet anyways. Got a little banged up last week. Leave him off. We're going to need him in the playoffs. Terrell Bernard, golly. We should have put Terrell Bernard on the IR a while ago. I got to be real with you guys. We kept throwing him out there. We should have winded up either picking somebody up off the streets and just keeping Shaq in there, or calling somebody up, man, because all we did was just, throw Bernard out there to basically re-aggravate his injuries and just get more banged up. It was just a poor decision by the coaching staff to keep throwing Bernard out there. It did nothing. Matter of fact, it hurt our team more than it helped our team. And then Joey Bosa, yeah. So Joey Bosa's already dealing with, obviously, the hand and hamstring. So, you need to keep him out of this game, and that's what they did. Save him for the playoffs, because that's why he signed him to begin with. Randy, got to play someone. Tornstar Coleman is, yeah. So Coleman is going to be, and that's fine. Look, man, Coleman, he needs play. I still say play him in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. I'm very curious what they wind up doing with Coleman in the playoffs. Inactive, yep, I already saw that. I've read that, Sandra. I appreciate you, though. My first memory, and I'm almost caught up with the chat, even though Mikey was ripping on me. My first memory of the stadium was going to a Raiders game, and I was 10, and the freaking urinal with the stream. Good memories, huh? It was fucked up. So I'll tell if you were out of the. Yeah, I watched it, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It could have been a delay on my end, though, too, brother. It could have been they were playing it like on a delay. I have no idea, but I remember where I was. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. Damn, Mikey threw you under the bus 20 minutes ago. Oh, Mikey. Mikey's not Mikey. Mikey doesn't do pregame. He doesn't do the when I do, like, which is rare, when I do the live watch alongs or whatever. He doesn't do those either. So pretty fair about Coleman. Yeah. What's the over under on Coronas today? So I'm actually on number 2. I'm a slow drinker, guys. I'm not a heavy drinker. With that being said, let me take a chug. And I actually got limes. I got limes for it. I was like, you know what? Because obviously limes go so great with Coronas. And I only drink Corona Premier. For those that want to know, Corona Premier. Look, I didn't even finish that one. Let me finish that. For some reason, as I got older, and maybe because I'm so fat now, right? I get heartburn from beer and like certain foods. And I used to be able to drink or eat really almost anything. And as I got older and fatter, I guess, heartburn city, man. And this is the only beer that doesn't give me heartburn. It doesn't give me any type of headache or anything like that. It goes down smooth. It doesn't have a bad aftertaste for me. And I know there's mixed opinion on Coronas, but Premier, like I can't even have Corona Light. It just doesn't taste good. But Premier, yeah, man, that's my jam. That's my go-to. But as far as like drinking I don't drink during the week, guys. I only drink on occasions, like football games. Pretty much it. I mean, if I do happen to go out, which I very rarely don't. Yeah. So I would say today, normally during the course of a game, about 4. Yeah. Very rare 5, but yeah, I would say 3 to 4 during the course of a game, which is nothing, guys. Game's 3 hours long. I'm averaging like a beer an hour, right? Like, now, with that being said, if I go out, which I never do, but when I would go out, I could, a mug of beer, like the big mugs, which is like, what are they, like 18 ounce, 20 ounce mug, whatever. I think they're 20 ounce. Shoot, I could drink 10 of those, in the course of a night from 9 to, let's say, 2 in the morning, easily. But that's because I'm at a bar and, I'm slamming them, right? Like, but I haven't been to a bar and, like, gone to a bar. Not worked at a bar. I've worked security forever. But, like, gone to party or hang out. I haven't gone, since, I don't even know the last time I went. Maybe 5 years ago, 4 years. It's been so long, guys, since I actually, like, went out drinking. So, yeah, man. It's not that I can't handle my liquor, guys. It's just I'm just not a heavy drinker. Hey, Tommy, if Trubisky plays and the Bills lose, how will all the Bills TV broadcasters and Bills broadcasters blame Josh while Josh was on the bench? right. They'll figure a way. For heartburn, 1 a day and works like a... okay. Dude, I have Tums right next to my bed, bro. I just slam those motherfuckers, man. Like sometimes in the middle of the night, if I ate like a greasy pizza, let's say, or something, and I'll wake up, I'm like, right? Better get some Tums. And I'll eat like 7 of them bad boys, 8 of them sometimes, right? And yeah, they help out. But I get what you're saying, man. But like I said, I don't often drink beer and I don't often eat too late with greasy foods like that. I do all my greasy food eating earlier in the day, so my heartburn is gone by the time I go to bed. So. Let's see here. Growing up 40 minutes from Rich Stadium. The game and Hall of Famers I saw play there. Started going to games when it opened. Yeah, see, man, that's awesome, man. When did you start going to games, by the way? Like, what year? I'm sure, man, depending on when you started going to games, you might have saw the best of the best, man. Bills inactives. Yep, I saw that. Oh, Kincaid is active. Oh, so Sophia with the correction. We have a correction made. So Kincaid is active, but for me, you better not play him. For me, if you do put him in there, you're risking it. You're risking injury, and fans will not let that go. That's just that would be a poor decision, especially if he gets hurt. I am almost caught up with chat. I am 2 away, guys. Scott Blakely, I drink every morning. I'm proud of it. Hey, look, man, I'm not dissing anybody that drinks. I drink every day too, every morning. I just happen to drink apple juice or orange juice, or I'll drink Carnation Instant Breakfast, which is, if you guys don't know, you should know. It's chocolate milk that's like fills you up. Oh, man, dude, guys, I loved as a kid, like when that came out, Carnation Instant Breakfast chocolate milk drink. Man, dude, that was like, because I would always run out the house in the morning. I was always late for school or running late, and I didn't have time to like sit there and eat cereal, which I love cereal. Obviously, I still love cereal today, but boy, you could quickly make a carnation instant breakfast, drink, slam it, and man, that shit keeps you full for a little while. So I still drink it today. Love it, man. And they got different flavors and all that stuff, but I get what you're saying, Scott. You're probably not talking about carnation instant breakfast chocolate milk. And there's nothing wrong with it. Look, man, to each his own. I'm not knocking anybody that drinks. I could give a shit what you do in your personal life, man. Dude, trust me, like, you know, everybody has their thing, man. You know what I mean? They're listen, I've dated girls that were seriously stoners that would wake up and, you know, 7 a.m, smoking weed, man. Right? Like, I can't do it, but I'm not gonna knock them. And see, everybody has their thing, man. It's just not me, and it's not me. All right, Eric, Tommy, it's crazy. I was a Bengals fan a long time ago when Boomer Esiason was quarterback. Then I watched the Bills in that first Super Bowl. I felt that heartbreak, and then been a Bills fan since. Love this team. That's awesome, man. So you started off as a Bengals fan and converted into a Bills fan. Pretty damn mean. That's a long time ago. So you are definitely not a bandwagon. You've been on this ride a long time. So much respect to you, man. I'm glad that you chose to go with Buffalo over Cincinnati. Wise decision, my friend. Bob, you won't have to worry about it if you take omeprazole buy it at the drugstore. Yeah, and I know there's stronger stuff out there for heartburn. I get it. But you know, I just go with the old school Tums. But I'll definitely look into it, bro. In Trubisky we trust. In Trubisky we trust. That's right. Keon is playing today. Buff, I only drink during dry January. There you go. Yeah, like I said, I'm just, and you know what too? I am not a liquor guy. Like if I do drink liquor, it's like basic. It's like vodka and cranberry juice. I have to have it mixed with something. I cannot take shots. It just, for whatever reason, it makes me want to throw up. I do not enjoy the taste of alcohol. I just don't. Like, I know, look, everyone's different, you know, but I just don't. I don't like it. I have to have it mixed with something. Yeah. Look, and also, the other drink I could drink is strawberry daiquiri. Yes, I know it's a girly drink, but I love it. I could drink me some strawberry daiquiris. But yeah, if I do drink, it's very basic. Cranberry vodka or cranberry orange juice. Yeah. If somebody, you know, if I happen to go out and that's when I'm going to choose to drink. But nah, not a big liquor guy. I blame the Bills drought causing my beverage challenges, says Scott. Yeah, that probably started a lot of people's drinking. Cali Blitz in the house. What's up, Cali, man? How you doing, brother? I smoked the good old California trees. Yeah, man. Hey, Cali, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like, I have my fair share of stories when it comes to the good old Mary Jane. I'm not much of a smoker now, but growing up, my friend in my teens and 20s, I was the first person to have my own house as far as renting. My mom let me rent her old house, and all my friends would come over, and my one friend would always have it, always, and he never was cheap about it. And all my boys would come over, and we all would get high and watch movies. And man, it was a blast. But I almost died from it one time because I'm a good guy, right? So when I get high, I get the munchies, man. And I thought I made the best peanut butter jelly sandwiches. They were actually on English toast bread, right? The English muffin bread. So I'm like, guys, hungry, man? I'll make you, So all my friends in the living room, and I go fucking in the kitchen. I whip up the peanut butter, get out the jelly, toast all the muffins. As I'm making, of course, I make mine first, waiting for the stuff. And I when you're high, you're kind of eating a little quick there. You're not really, you're not thinking too much. So I'm shoving a peanut butter jelly down my face. And, well, you guys know peanut butter's pretty thick and heavy, and it got jammed up in my throat and could not breathe. And none of my friends know what's going on. They're all stoned. And I'm like, I could not get it down, guys. It was jammed up, man. And I went into the bathroom, and I'm putting water and I finally get it down, man. But I was so bright red, I could not breathe. And yeah, peanut butter almost killed me. Yeah, that was, and I almost broke my neck one time trying to put my friend in a torture rack high. I have no idea. I lost my footing and it just landed on my neck with him. Wasn't good. So yeah, memories, good old memories of the Mary Jane. Yeah, I think this means there are more players that won't play than there are in actual spots. Yep. Eric, my memory of the old stadium is the Buffalo comeback against the Oilers. That was unbelievable, right? And for the people that left that had to listen to it on the radio, oh, jeez. Anybody try and like Corona's new sunroof? I have not. Is that a beer or is that one of their... what everybody's drinking now, seltzer? Like, I can't do that. I tried the seltzers. They're not terrible, but they also they don't do it for me either. You know what I mean? If I'm somewhere and it's the only thing to drink, fine. But yeah, I'm not a big seltzer guy. So is it a seltzer or is it an actual beer that's like a limited edition beer? Because I would try it probably, but you know, I'm always willing to give something a try. You know, I'm not one of those people that just say nope. You're doing great, man. Keep it up. Hey, thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you. Garrett just got a sack. Did he? Oh man. All right. So Myles Garrett just got his record. So congratulations, Myles Garrett, man. Just got the sack record for a single season sack record. Way to go, Myles Garrett. Let's see. There's over 100 people in here right now. About 120. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I always forget to tell you, people that are watching on X, formerly known as Twitter, do me a favor, man, if you guys can, show me some love, go over to my YouTube channel, subscribe to Mafia Sports Report, because you're going to see a lot more content over on YouTube than you are on X, and you could also join the chat, in on YouTube a little bit better, than you would on X. You can actually talk to the chat better. You know what I mean? All right. Liquor. I hardly know her. Alexander. Cat in the Hat, man. How you been, man? Hi, Tom. I used to be a lush. I drink a little, but not so much anymore. But I used to pull them back until I lost count. Yeah. I never, there's a reason too why I don't do some things or have never been a heavy drinker or never smoked cigarettes. My mom was an alcoholic, guys. Like, rest in peace, mama. But she was an alcoholic all my life. You know what I mean? So when you kind of live through that, now some people are the opposite. Some people, when they live through stuff like that, they tend to be like their parents. Some don't. Some take what they see and they go the opposite, right? I was the opposite, right? My mom was a chain smoker. I hated cigarettes, right? And thank God she was. Maybe I would have tried one if she wasn't. Maybe I would have been interested because I had friends that smoked and stuff like that, and I didn't. So, but with that being said, I've had my fair share of stuff. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, Tommy's this perfect, clean guy. But I'm just, the kind of person I am. I don't get addicted to stuff. Everybody's different. But when I tell you I have my fair share of stuff, trust me, guys, I've had my fair share of stuff. I'll give you an example without saying too much. I had an ex-girlfriend who was Colombian, and we went out and stayed with her dad in Bogota, in the country, Colombia. So I always said, if I'm ever going to try something, I'm going to try it. I'll try it there. And this was years ago. And I wasn't, didn't do anything for me. I got to be honest with you guys. It wasn't, nothing to brag about. It was, didn't really do much to me. So I just, But I've had many things I've done, guys. So I was a teenager. I had fun. You know what I mean? Like, I was willing to try stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm also not a person that gets addicted or, you know, just not my thing, man. So, but yeah, that was an interesting time. Had a blast in Colombia, by the way. My money went very far there in Colombia. So you just got to be very, very careful if you ever visit there where you go in Bogota. I was in Old Town Bogota, and you got two sets of Bogota. You got the tourist side of Bogota, and then you got the Old Town, which is where the mountains are and all that good stuff. And that's where I was staying with her father. But I had a great time. But I wasn't just going to go out and venture off into the mountains or the city of Old Town Bogota because they will rob you pretty quickly and they will stab you. They could give two shits. And I stuck out like a sore thumb because I had long hair, super tall, white dude. Yeah. So trust me when I tell you, you don't want to be walking at night in Old Town Bogota. But I had a blast. I really did. I stayed there as long as I could. You guys want to hear a funny story? Give you a funny story. Why not? We're killing time right now. What time is it right now? It's 3:30. Right? Games are in about an hour, a little less than an hour. So here's a funny story, and I'll get to your comments. Don't worry about it. Real quick for Roberts, and then I'll get to my story. Tommy, I quit drinking alcohol about 26 years ago, and the biggest challenge was I knew how good I was going to feel from it morning to night. There you go, man. Look, for everybody's different, man. You know, some people, like myself, I can have a couple beers and I'll be all right. I don't need to drink during the week. Some people are different. Some people, once it gets going, they can't stop, or, you know, they get addicted, right? And some people don't, right? I am the kind of person, I just don't get addicted to anything, to be honest with you. I've had super strong painkillers for when I went to the hospital. I never got addicted to pills. Now some people, that's how they get started. They get addicted, you know, they've had maybe a back surgery or something happen, and they get addicted to painkillers, right? And then they start buying them on the street, right? And they go downhill. For me, I never had the issue. Anyways, with my story. So, went to Bogota and with my girlfriend, and I actually went twice. So I went with her the initial time, and I flew back to work another week, or I think it was 2 weeks, a week or two, I forget. Either way, I wanted to basically work a couple more weeks and bring back more money so I could stay longer in Bogota, right? Like I said, once again, money goes there, like U.S. money lasts a long time there, right? So I wanted to bring a little bit more so I could stay longer. So I come back, I work for a couple weeks, I bring back some stuff because she lived obviously in the States and she had a lot of her clothes still in Colombia at her father's house. And so I would take back luggages and stuff like that. So I go back to Colombia. I worked, I think it was 2 weeks. I worked 2 weeks. I go back to Colombia. Everything cool. And when my time was up, because you can only stay so long. They only allow you to stay so long, and then you got to go back. So I stayed the maximum I can, which I think it was 2 months. I believe it was 2 months or a month. I forget, guys, so long ago. Anyways, so what I found fascinating, I have no idea why I found this fascinating while I was in Bogota, but in Colombia, Coca-Cola is a big deal there, like soda. Like everyone drinks soda. Like they are hooked on soda, right? Water there, guys, you know how they sell water there? You would think bottles. No, they're in bags, right? So you buy a bag of water, you poke a hole in it, and you drink it from the bag. You don't see many people walking around with bags of water. Everyone there is hooked on soda, right? Coca-Cola is like their jam. Anyways, they don't sell 2 liters there. They sell 2.5 liters. And I thought, oh my God, 2.5 liters. I don't know why I thought it was so cool So I'm like, I gotta bring back a couple bottles to show my friends. So I stuck 2.5 liters of Coca-Cola in my bag, in my in luggage, along with my girlfriend's stuff, whatever she had packed in luggages and all that good stuff, right? So I had my carry-on, I had, and then I had luggages, right? That, you guys know, you guys went to the airport, you understand how the deal is. So I touched down in Miami, or was it Fort Lauderdale? I forget. Maybe it was Fort Lauderdale. I forget where. Anyways, I think it was Miami, actually. I get off, and you have to go through, I don't know. You have to go through the checking thing or whatever. So I get waved. The guy's like, I'm like, oh, shit. All right, I'm going to, go past this line. I'm like, wow, that's pretty nice of him. Waving me back, yeah. So they're like, yeah, come on this way. You're gonna go right through that room there. You're gonna go right through there. Mind you, I don't know what's going on. Okay, cool, yeah, go right there. It's gonna be quicker. So I go through this room, open the door, and there's like 6 people there, and it's like all white room. It's huge, and they got all my luggages on the this table. Right, and when I tell you white room, it was like bright fucking white, man. Right, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening here, right? Like, right? Now, mind you, guys, I'm not stupid. I didn't bring back drugs or anything. However, my ex-girlfriend had a very bad habit of leaving things in her pocket jeans. A lot of the time. She'd leave money, she'd leave a little bag of weed, and, some Colombian stuff maybe here and there. When she would go out, put it and forget about it. So now I'm thinking, oh, fuck, man. Right? So the first thing they asked me is, before we open this stuff, before you open your luggages, did you pack everything here? Is this your stuff? Did you pack? I said, well, no, that's my bag. That's my girlfriend's stuff. So you didn't pack that bag. No, I didn't pack that bag, but it's on you. It's your bag. You brung this with. Yeah, it's my, I guess. Yeah, it's my bag. Okay. So they start unzipping the bags, taking everything out. The funny thing is, I have the 2 Cokes, Coke there. So they pull the Coke out, and I know they had to have they probably got a trip out of that. So they pulled the Coca-Colas out, and they're like, I thought it was cool. I said, is that allowed? I don't know. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. So they put it aside, and luckily, nothing was in my bags. And I was sent on my merry way. But funny that they were looking for probably Coca-Cola and found actual Coca-Cola in my bags. So I'm sure they got a trip out of that by searching me and finding actually Coca-Cola. It just wasn't the right Coca-Cola they thought I might have been having. And I understood after the fact, because I did travel to Bogota relatively quick twice in a row, bringing back multiple bags, luggages, women clothing, right? Like, and other clothing. And I get the search, I guess, right? They probably thought I was doing something wrong. But it's a story I like to tell. And crazy, man. Like I said, I got home. I told my girlfriend, I called my girlfriend. I said, man, you won't believe what happened. And thank God you did not leave anything in your pockets, because I would have been fucked. All right, that's my end of the story. Is Taylor rushing yards today only 10? I think it's 40. I could be wrong. I saw that. I'm in a blue room drinking beer. I'm kidding or not. I don't know. See, Robert, very proud of you. Yeah, absolutely, man. I believe some brew has orange juice in bottle. I I'll tell you what drink isn't terrible I've had, and I know it's a girly kind of drink, but it's like a vodka and orange juice screwdriver, but they sell it in the stores in a bottle already. I think Smirnoff makes it. They're okay. I mean, I'll have them here and there. A little bit sweet, but not bad. Hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you. I only drink that heavy beer, Miller 64. God, they still have Miller 64? Do they really? Jeez Louise. I didn't even know that was around anymore. Remember Bud Ice? Is that even around anymore? Bud Ice? My mom was a raging alcoholic. She's cat in the hat. Might be the reason why that I don't drink much. Maybe every couple years. Yeah, see? So, like, sometimes it affects people the different way. You know what I mean? So, good for you, brother. So you just can't walk over their border and be taken care of and vote? Wow, crazy kind of... see here. I'm getting ready to have wrist and thumb surgery on both sides. I already have 2 on my left wrist, and back surgery. Still worked as an auto mechanic. Good, made me strong. Yeah, my friend was a mechanic for like 20 years, dude, and he's doing he's like in a different he's still in not mechanic, but he's still in the auto business, but now he does like it's something with like calibration. And he gets paid really, really well. Like, he owns his own company. So he stumbled upon something as a mechanic and got into that field. And he's doing very well for himself. And he doesn't need to, get his hand cut up or go, back by, right? Like, tear his back up. Like, it's pretty simple now. You just need to know how to work the calibration machine. And yeah, man. So I'm proud of him too, and he got out of that field because he was hating it after a while. Who we play in the first round? I'm thinking Jacksonville. Looks like Jags. Yep, looking like Jags. No way, not the Jags. Yeah, I think it's the Jags, man. More than likely. Don't know. It's a crazy ending for this season. It is. I'm gonna get to some of the scoreboard around the league real quick as soon as I catch up on your chats real quick. The Jags gonna kick our ass? Nah, I don't think so, Callie. I know. Listen. Once again, I get it, man. You're frustrated. I'm frustrated. There's a lot of people frustrated with this team this year and how things kind of went down. But the fact of the matter is, look, man, more than likely we win today, right? We're going to wind up being, 12-5, right? That's still a good record. That's nothing to look down or frown upon, right? We're a playoff team. One thing I'll say about our team is we have always given a fight in the playoffs. We very rarely ever get our ass whooped or handed to us. If we lose to the Jaguars, I promise you, it ain't gonna be because they just steamrolled us. I'll put money on that. It will be it'll be a close game, regardless. Even if we win, I think it'll come down to the last quarter. But yeah, I just don't see that happening, man. Matter of fact, I don't see any team steamrolling us, man. That's just my opinion. But once again, y'all could, fan how you want to fan, think how you want to think. And look, this is probably one of our worst teams going into the playoffs, and there's no doubt about it. And I'm with you on that. But I don't feel like this team's going to just get blown out, right? Like I just don't. Danger Zone, what up, man? What up, bro? Appreciate you rocking with me today. Bills 43, Jets 3. Nah, bro. See, I get your point. Jets are bad. Jets are probably tanking a little bit. You don't have the best quarterback in there right now. No Breece Hall, all that stuff. But we're also going to be playing our backups. We have this clunky offense. We're probably going to be throwing our even more vanilla offense out. It's already vanilla, but we're going to get extra vanilla, right? You're going to toss some more vanilla into that cup. So I think it's going to be actually a low-scoring game, or at least, lower than that. It's going to probably be like 24-10 or something like that, Buffalo. I don't think it's going to be 35-3 or 43. Like, I could be wrong. I could be. I mean, maybe you guys are just tanking that bad where you're going to make it a point where... right? You just want to get... There's no other way but to lose. You don't want to... Right? You for sure don't want to pull New England of last year, right? It's possible, but I don't think so, man. Visiting the Capitol in D.C., I have friends. Pipe in my pocket. I tried to give it back. When I saw the metal detector, he dropped it, tried to pick it up, and kicked it across the marble floor. Golly. Bills 99-0. Yeah, nah, I would hope, man. That's not going to happen. Jags are way better than the Bills. You know what's crazy, Callie? Like, when you go across the AFC teams, on paper, sure. Like, but to start the year, there's a lot of teams that are always better than the Bills on paper, right? Going into the playoffs this year, sure, we can say the same thing. But if you really want to be real, like going back to even last year, there was teams on paper that probably had more playmakers than us, and we still took care of business. We got to the AFC Championship. So, look, man, Jags have also had some pretty bad losses this year, right? They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. By the way, Motor Singletary rushing touchdown. Way to go, Motor. And by the way, Giants are killing the Cowboys 33-17. I just look, man. I think we're the most experienced team going into the playoffs. I think we got the best quarterback still in the playoffs, in my opinion, at least in the AFC. Okay, and I think experience matters. I really do, and I don't trust Jacksonville. I just don't. I know they play us tough, but I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. He makes far too many mistakes. And yeah, man, you know, if you look around the rest of the league too, like Houston, they're dangerous because their defense, their offense is pretty shaky, man. You know, you got the Patriots and Drake May, who is, you know, it's his first time going into the playoffs. So bright lights, you know, big game. We beat the Patriots. Matter of fact, we almost had a chance of beating them the first time, right? We just had turnovers, right? So it's not like teams like steamrolled us this year, Callie, either, even with these losses. Even Houston, we had an opportunity to win the game. Did we win the game? No, right? So it doesn't matter, right? L's an L, I get that. However, we didn't get steamrolled, right? Really only one team this year had really beaten the brakes off us, and that was Miami, right? And that was kind of a fluky game. Outside of that, man, going to the playoffs every year, right? We're in every game. And the games that, you know, national media pick against us, we've been picked against. They had Baltimore beating us both times. We played Baltimore in the playoffs. We beat them both times, right? Some people had Denver beating us. Last year, we beat Denver. No problem, right? So I'm just saying, like, I don't believe that. I don't think the Jags are way better. I think they played good this year. Their record tells you that. But they've also had some bad games as well, right? Matter of fact, no team heading into the playoffs is undefeated. None, zero. There's only been one. There's actually been two. I take that back. New England was undefeated in the regular season, a little while back, and they lost in the Super Bowl. But it's there's three. I think the best team in the NFL is the Seattle Seahawks at 3 losses. So, and I'm sure if we go back and look at the 3 losses, there's probably a game in there they probably shouldn't have lost, right? So, I mean, look at the best of the best, right, this season. There's going to be games that they lost that we're like, how'd that happen? New England lost to the Raiders. New England lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, are we going to bring that up? Do we really think Pittsburgh is a better team than New England? Do we think the Raiders are better than the Patriots? The Rams lost to the Panthers, who we blew out. Do you really believe the Panthers are better than the Rams because they beat them? No, they beat them that day. They were better that day. So, once again, you know, I think every team has had some, you know, bad losses this year. Losses they probably shouldn't have. And the Bills are amongst those teams. The only thing I would say that's concerning for me is this is probably our worst offense we've had heading into the playoffs since 2019. That, yes, I worry about that. However, with the flip side of that, I'll say this is probably the best I've seen our defense late in the season in a long time going into the playoffs. It's been a while. Like, our defense, which is crazy that I'm saying this, is actually playing really good in the last month of football here. So, if there's anything we're going to be happy about, is that, right? Let's get around the league real quick. Score watching. Falcons are up 16-10 with 3 minutes left. They have the ball at New Orleans 27. Browns are up. No, I'm sorry. Bengals are up 18-17. 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Browns driving. They're at the Cincinnati 38. They could potentially win the game here. Cowboys are going to lose this game. They're down 34-17 to the Giants with 5 minutes left. Wow. Colts and the Texans are fighting, boy. 29-27 with 8 minutes left in the game. Boy, the Colts are they're not going away. And look, that's my point. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like the big old bad, mean Texans defense at home have given up 27 points to the Colts and a quarterback who's had his first start of the season. So once again, anything can happen, right? On paper, right? Through and recently the Texans defense has been unbelievable, right? Nobody could score on them. Well, the Colts have scored 27 points, so there's still 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter. And they're driving right now. 3rd and 3 on Houston's 43-yard line. So, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, not overly concerned about the playoffs here. About, like, there's no team in my eyes that I'm like, phew, man, that team's just, boy, I don't know, man. They look unstoppable. I don't see it that way. I mean, everybody can see it how they want to see it, but guys, I gotta. I told you I keep it real here, right? Try to keep it real 1,000%, man. I just don't. None of these teams put fear in my eyes, man. I'm not dissing their teams, all right? I'm not disrespecting these teams. But at the same time, I got to keep it real. None of these teams are teams that strike fear in me. I just don't. I think they're good. I think they're all going to be tough battles, but I think they're all games that we can win. I got to keep it real, man. They're also games we could lose. Like, I'm not saying we can't lose either, guys. Like, I don't want you to get it twisted either. Could we lose in a wild card game? Absolutely, we could. Absolutely. The way we've been playing in the first half this year, we get down and we can't find a way to crawl back. Like all these times that we've lost these games. By the way, 9 times we've trailed. We've won 4, lost 5. Like, yeah, you don't want to trail in the playoffs. So, of course, you could lose, but getting smoked, I just don't see it, bro. Tommy the man. Hey, appreciate it, man. Hit that like. Jags smoking Titans. They are, yeah. But Titans are terrible. Like, don't like look at that game and be like, oh, look at those. Look at the Jags working the Titans. The Titans are terrible. And their starting quarterback, Cam Ward, left the game after their very first touchdown in the first quarter. So, not saying they would have won, but that didn't help. Right? And the Jaguars just lost the other week. Like, I mean, once again, these teams, they all have some bad losses on top of them. And point being, right now, when you're watching this Colts game, I mean, we're all talking about how Houston's just so unbelievable. And I am too. I was telling you, man, elite defense. But they're 27 points right now to a Colts team. That's with a quarterback that just started. By the way, the Cleveland Browns are going for the game-winning kick right now on the Bengals. They are losing 18-17. Here we go. 3 seconds left, so this is it. It's a 49-yard attempt. Here we go. Will Cleveland beat Cincinnati in Cincinnati? They do. Cleveland Brown. Oh, wait a minute, folks. There is a flag on the play, but I think it's on Cincinnati, I believe. Let's see. Hold on, folks. There's a flag on the play. If this is on Cleveland, oh, man. This is going to set them back. Let's see here. Not sure what the flag is. I think it's on Cincy for jumping the center, the snapper. If I'm pretty sure. So I think this goes on Cincinnati. I think that, yeah, it is. So Cleveland wins the game-winning field goal. Cleveland goes on and wins, kind of an upset, 20-18. So congratulations, Cleveland. Cincinnati, by the way, was heavily favored in this game as well. So for Cleveland to go and beat Cincinnati in Cincinnati, shout out to Cleveland. And though it was a bullshit game, nobody gives a fuck about. But Myles Garrett did get the sack record today. So for those that are wondering, Myles Garrett is now has the most sacks in a single season. NFL record set by Myles Garrett. Atlanta just picked off Saints. Looks like Carolina getting in. Tampa, adios. Exactly. Look at Tampa, Callie. Tampa going into the season, and even through the season in the beginning, many had them as like the favorites, like number one in the rankings, like this dominating team, and they fell off a cliff. Like, I don't know. I call it out to see it, man. I think all these playoff teams are good teams, but none of them strike fear in me. I don't fear any team out there. If we buck up and play great football, we can compete with any team. Absolutely, we can. Let's see what time it is real quick. It's 4 o'clock almost, guys. So in about 15 minutes, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go on my other live stream, which I'm going to be doing a live watch party for the Bills-Jets game. So join me if you want. In about, like I said, about 20 minutes. I will be going live, and I already scheduled the show. So when you get out of here, you will see that show schedule and just hop into that stream. And we'll have 3 hours of Buffalo Bills football, man. Why not? And then the post game. So, man, Tommy's your boy here is going to be losing his voice at some point during the course of this game. I'm doing it for the fans. Taylor only had 23 yards. Okay, so I don't think Taylor... but the game's still playing right now. Game's not over. So we'll see what happens. Taylor's not catching Cook unless something crazy. Yeah, but there's... Oh, actually, damn, there is time to cook them down. So there's 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game. Okay, so the Colts are down 29-27. It's going to be a 4th and 1. No, he actually stepped out. So it's going to be 4th and 4. More than likely here, the Colts are going to go for the field goal. Take the lead here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Houston does with the ball on offense. So they got plenty of time. I definitely agree with you. Thank you, Sandra. AFC, bunch of okay teams. F the Jags. Seriously, yeah, I'm not. Look, man, I'm not. Like I said, I respect all of them. They all got they're all playoff teams for a reason, but none of them. All right, so the Colts went ahead and got the field goal. Colts are up 30-29 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Houston has all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time. Any given Sunday. Yeah, exactly. Any given motherfucking Sunday. That's what I say to everybody, man. That's why, look, man, I'm also not that guy where I'm like, oh, the Buffalo Bills are going to smoke the Jaguar. Buffalo Bills for sure we're going to beat it. I'm not saying that either, right? What I'm trying to say is I truly believe that we'll be in every game this playoffs. I don't think we smoke a team, and I don't think a team smokes us. I think it's going to come down to kind of how it's been for the Buffalo Bills all season long. The last 5 minutes of the game. I mean, let's be real, right? How many of those games have we watched this year, guys, where it's come down to the last 5 minutes? Right? So, more than likely, this is what you're going to see in the playoffs. You're going to see a tight game down to the wire, and if we can eliminate turnovers, I feel more confident, obviously, in those games, right? Turnovers is really what killed us in a lot of these losses. Also, if we can get a lead going into the half, we are 6-0 this season, right? Like, we're much better, obviously, when leading at the half than trailing at the half, which we are 4-5. So if we can get out the gate quicker and take a lead going into the half, you're going to feel way more confident as a Bills fan in that game going into the second half than if we're trailing. If we're trailing in any of these games, playoff games, yeah, honestly, I don't know. I know we're a good second half team. I get that, but we're still 4-5 in those games. So we're under 500. It's a fucking coin flip. Matter of fact, it's worse than that. Right? So, yeah. Yeah, Browns beat Bengals. They did. Yeah. I mean, is it much of a shock? The Bengals are such a fucked up team. Yep, Colts are up 30-29. Let's see what happens. Boy, Singletary had himself a game. I'm very curious. That's my dude, man. So, let's see what Singletary did today. I'm just curious because I know he threw for a touchdown, too. Let's see here. Motor. Everybody disses Motor, man. Motor's a good player, man. So, 9 carries, 25 yards, and a touchdown. And he also, I thought he also had a pass. I thought he had a passing touchdown. Or did they take that away from him? They might have took it away, huh? Yeah, they might have. Oh, bastards. But yeah, I thought he had 2. I guess he only had 1. Those sons of bitches. Anyway, so they probably took it away. So, still, either way, got a touchdown. Good for Motor. Happy for you, Motor. Let's see here. Cook is one thing. Where's your sidekick? Aramis. His son's birthday was today. Shout out to his son. Happy birthday to Aramis' kid. Last minute thing, they decided to do something and he couldn't make it today. So, always next week. Playoff week, right? Even more important, which I get, man. Hey, family's first. Chiefs fan here in the area. Just dig your channel, like the vibe. Congrats on a pretty cool channel here. Hey, man, we got a couple Chiefs fans here actually that frequent here a lot. We have Weston Brewster. One day you'll see him if you come on here again and join this channel. Watch our streams, but he is a resident Chiefs fan. He's always here. And we have another one, G-Pick, and he's also a Chiefs fan. And he's been, man, both those guys been repping this channel for a long time. So we appreciate you guys. Honestly, man, Chiefs fans have been pretty cool coming on here, man. Like, we don't get, like, you would think they would come in here and talk mad shit, but nah, man, it's been like other fan bases, which are like surprising. Like the fan base is the worst one that we've ever experienced here. That come here, that came on here and came in the chat just running their fucking mouth. And just like I said, I don't even care if you come in here and talk a little trash, but at least have good trash talking skills, right? Don't be repetitive with the same dumbass take that you're doing. But we've had Minnesota Viking fans by far were the worst. And everything I've heard was people from Minnesota are really nice and all that. But man, the Vikings, they're so obnoxious and just act like a bunch of idiots throughout the whole week, actually. And this is obviously when we played them, we lost. That was the game where Josh fumbled there at the 1. But yeah, and then Lions fans, I couldn't believe it. Lions fans just acting obnoxious. So, but yeah, Chiefs fans have been pretty cool here. Bob, I have a lot of Chiefs fans, and they are super respectful. Yeah, I've never had a problem with Chiefs fans. Never. Even some Baltimore fans we have come in here that have been pretty cool. I got to be honest with you there too. We have a few Ravens fans for life comes in here. He's been super cool on this channel. So yeah, man. You would think Dolphin fans will come in here too. We have a few that come in here talk a little shit, but they've been pretty cool. Like, I haven't really had an issue either with them too much. Jets fans have been pretty straight. Never had an issue with them. It's been the odd teams. Like I said, Minnesota, we're not even in your division. Come in here, talk trash. Detroit, like, once again, we're not rivals. We're not even playing your division. What do you in your conference? Like, what are you doing? Like, what do I care about your fucking Lions? Like, so I don't get it. It's weird, man. I just like to talk legit, realistic ball with great people. I don't swing on the Chiefs nuts or get all upset over them. Just support them. Excellent stuff, y'all. Hey, y'all, appreciate you, man. I'm with you, man. I totally look, man. Everyone fans how they want to fan. We talked about this last week. Aramis, my co-host, he disagrees with my take. He feels like fans could fan however. And look, they can fan whatever. That doesn't mean I think it's right, or I don't think it's, outrageous, ridiculous, some of these fans, because I feel like, and I've known some fans that were like that, and they barely watch their team, right? But yet they talk the most shit, or they have so much to say about their team, and yet they don't even know who's on their roster, right? Like, I had this one friend, former friend, who hated Matthew Stafford. He was a Lions fan. And I'm like, dude, he's a pretty good quarterback. Like, at that time, this is a long time ago. We didn't even have Josh Allen yet. And I'm like, dude, I wish we had Matthew Stafford. Like, you want him gone? Are you fucking nuts? Like, guy's a good quarter. Oh, no, it was Calvin Johnson. I'm like, dude, how do you think Calvin Johnson gets the football? He still needs to deliver the football. What are you talking about? This guy fucking does every, guy set, like, throws for 4,000 yards almost every season, over for all the time. Like, what are you talking? The guy puts everything out on their field. Like, it drove me crazy. But then yet, he always missed games. He never watched the team play. He didn't even know the coach at the time, who the coach was. It's like, how are you talking about something, complaining about something, when you don't even know your roster, when you don't even know who your coach is, when you don't even watch your team? So, like, I get, trust me, like, there's fans out there that do that. There's fans out there that run their mouth. They jump on board when shit's going right. They're quick to jump off when shit's not. And I don't believe in that shit. Like, for me, look, man, I'm respectful. I rep my team. I wear my jersey proud. I wear my hat proud. I come on here, I'll tell you why I think we'll win. And that's confidence. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm confident when I walk out with my jersey. But even when we sucked, I still rock my jersey, right? Because I still love my team. But I wasn't, waiting for the moment we got good so I can run out there and start bashing other fan bases. When I saw him, it just doesn't make sense. I never got it. Aramis totally disagrees with my take. I think most of the time fans that run their mouths like that aren't even fans of their team. They're just they're caught up in the moment. And once their team starts to play bad or whatever, they're quickest to leave, to jump off. So that's not me, man. Anyways, it's 4:10. So I'm gonna get out of here in about 5 minutes so I can take my baby outside real quick. If y'all don't know, she's over here sleeping on here, but she's gonna need to go outside for a minute. Then I'll resume on my other podcast that I have already scheduled. So when you guys get out of here, you'll see that scheduled live stream. Just jump on board. We'll watch the game together. It's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, last game at the Ralph the Rich, last regular season game. Red helmets. We'll see a lot of backups today. Matthew Janan, I'm very curious about. Let's see what he has to offer for us. You might see Darnell Savage today. You're going to see a few people in today. So kind of excited to see some of these guys, what they can offer. As far as score predictions, you guys want to go ahead and run your score prediction real quick before we get out of here. 50-33. I don't see it happening, man. I don't see us Casey Arioka. I don't let's go Buffalo. I don't see us scoring that many points. Matter of fact, I see a low scoring game here. Do you actually show the Bills game, bro? No. Look, the thing is, man, grape slush on YouTube, you get quickly banned for that. You get a quick copyright strike. And put it this way. I was live one time for doing a kind of a watch party for a Jake Paul fight. It was like a long time ago. And I had half my TV showing. Just half. In the background. And we're live, and all of a sudden I see, because we have a count of how many people are watching the podcast, it went down to 0. And I'm like, what the fuck, 0? Is this an error? And then I see I got an email from Disney, which is obviously owns ESPN. They own some of the pay-per-views. And yeah, they gave me a copyright strike, and they cut my live stream. And I was banned for, I think, was it a week or 2 weeks from going live on YouTube. So, yeah, never again will I have any kind of TV showing in the background or any kind of event or game, because basically what happens is you get 3 copyright strikes from YouTube and you're done. First one is a warning. They give you a 2-week suspension. And then after that, there's no more warnings. They don't give a fuck. You get 3 and you're done. You can't reopen a channel. They know. They'll just ban you again. If you figure a way around it, they'll still catch you. And yeah, man, I'm monetized, and I don't want to lose my monetization either. I work too hard for this channel, so nope, won't be showing a game, but I'll be watching along. And that's what this pretty much every streamer does. Not every streamer, but the streamers that go and do these watch parties. Oh, by the way, Houston's going for the win. 43-yard attempt. It's barely good. 12 seconds left. Houston went up 32-30. And I mean, man, guys, it's squeezed in. It barely squeezed in on the pole, on the right side of the pole. So Houston goes up 32-30 with 12 seconds to go. Probably game time, but who knows? You never know what can happen. I've seen crazier things happen with 12 seconds. Obviously, add on a second, you got the 13 seconds against the Bills. Right? Right, Bills fans? So, just saying. 23-7 Bills. Yeah, see, that's this is where I'm at. Around 24-14. That's what I'm thinking. That's more around the, because listen, Joe Brady, first of all, the offense is already super vanilla. Right? It's already, with Josh Allen as in there, right? It's already vanilla. I'm going to tell you right now, this game is going to be super vanilla. I mean, added vanilla. With Mitch Trubisky in the game, not Josh Allen. And pretty much all backups. This game's going to be sloppy, probably. Sloppier than what we've seen. The Jets also obviously have backups in the game as well. It's going to be a preseason game, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be about 24 points, man. I'd be shocked if they get past 30 points. I would be. If you can't name your offensive line, you're not a fan. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. If you can't name your coach, you don't know who your fucking head coach is. You gotta go. You can't be talking football with me. You know what I mean? You can't. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I once again, man, if you're gonna be that kind of fan, you better know football, right? You better know, because I will call you out real quick. When you're talking about a subject that you have no idea what you're talking about. Bills are the 6th seed, winner of Pittsburgh, Baltimore. So there's 5 seconds to go in this game. I guess we'll wait for this game. 5 seconds to go. It's over. It's 4:13. By the way, I'm going to get out of here in a minute, and then we're going to start the other stream. Yeah, there's just not enough time. 5 seconds. Houston's going to call a timeout. This is going to be one of those plays where they're just going to short pass, or it's going to be lateral. Like chances are slim here for the Colts. Real slim. There's just not enough time. They got no timeouts either, so they couldn't even throw a one quick maybe shot and get lucky with 1 sec, call a timeout, go for long field. No, and the ball's at the 25. It's a wrap. So the Houston Texans go on and win this game, but they give up 30 points, guys. 30. So the bad, the big old giant, big old bad boogeymen of defense gave up 30 points to the Colts. Tells you, man, look, anything can happen. So I'm trying to tell you. I'm not really threatened by all these teams, man. No, they played their starters. They might have started pulling them. They definitely did. They had starters out there today. I don't want to hear no excuse for that. You got to remember, the Colts also had their backups in. Colts started a quarterback today and never played a single snap this season. So I don't want to hear that excuse. The Texans needed this win. They knew what was going on with the Jaguars. Texans are about to score a touchdown. That's wild. So the Texans force a fumble, obviously, because they're lateral on the ball. scooped it up and winds up scoring a touchdown that made the game look worse than it was. So they scored a touchdown, 38-30. They're going to go on and win 38-30. Pretty funny. But anyways, the game wasn't that. The game was closer than that. But it's going to look like they whopped them. That'd be funny if somebody had a parlay going where they had, like, let's say +7 or something for the Texans to win, and they go ahead and score this bullshit touchdown. Save somebody's parlay. All right, guys. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to walk her real quick. Go ahead and jump in the other stream, and I'll see you guys there at about 4:25. Give me about 10 minutes. Right at game time, I'll be on live. So, guys, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Bills Mafia, you guys are the best. And as always, go Bills. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Peace.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.